Laurel Marshall had it all. She was wealthy, successful, and loving her life living in New York City. She had just attended her brother's wedding, a younger brother whom she adored, when everything changed in an instant. Laurel developed a mysterious, unknown disease that heightened all her senses and left her confused and frightened as to what was happening to her. The symptoms were subtle at first, dizziness and occasional headaches, but then she began to experience more extreme sensations of sound, sight and smell. It was almost as if she could feel the emotions of those around her. She knew, without a doubt, that something remarkable had happened to her. One day, while out walking in Central Park, Laurel suddenly saw a vision of her brother, who had been murdered months prior. It was then that she knew that her disease had a larger purpose, to help her find out who had killed her beloved brother. No police investigation existed at that time, and Laurel was left to her own devices in trying to uncover the truth. What Laurel didn't know was that finding her brother's murderer would be a dangerous endeavor. She contacted her brother's closest friends and family, conducting her own investigation and gathering what evidence she could. Laurel started to see clues in every detail, whether it was something her publicist had said about her brother's clients, or an overheard conversation from a stranger on the bus. Her heightened senses played an integral role in her investigation, often even leading her to discover breakthrough clues. Unfortunately, Laurel's investigation had also attracted the attention of her brother's murderer, a powerful, dangerous man who wanted to keep the truth hidden. He intercepted Laurel's phone calls, followed her intensely, and even sent her frightening letters in an effort to discourage her from pursuing justice. Laurel was afraid, but refused to back down to this faceless adversary and instead persisted in her search. Soon enough, Laurel's investigation had landed her in serious trouble. Some stranger warned her that she needed to be careful and that many people had been killed trying to find out the same information she was searching for. The stranger's warning left her feeling overwhelmed and paralyzed with fear. Despite her fear, Laurel continued her investigation. With her newfound strength and heightened senses, she combed through records, dug through trash, and built a detailed picture of the events leading up to and surrounding her brother's murder. After weeks of relentless searching, Laurel confronted her biggest enemy. Filled with rage and vengeance, Laurel was able to use her heightened senses through the ordeal and somehow managed to get the man to confess to her brother's murder. That was a moment of pure triumph, as Laurel held the confession from the brother's killer. Laurel was finally able to gain closure and justice for her brother. Although her journey was filled with fear, anger and sadness, it was also an unforgettable experience of resilience and strength. Although Laurel's disease would never go away, it had served its purpose. She spent the next several years helping others, sharing her story and going on international adventures with renewed enthusiasm. She even managed to find love with the stranger who had been her beacon of hope. Laurel realized that her mysterious disease, despite its origins, had enabled her to discover a strength and determination within herself that she didn't know she had.